Right, so same again. Right, you ready to go?
All good, mate.
Right, here we go. Three, two, one, go. Hello everybody, Connor here again with Michael, and we're watching our game. This time it is Spike 1, played by Adam, and Murray again, playing as Inferno 2.
All right, guys.
There we go. So again, these games are also again played at Geek Retreat Motherwell, new store, playing the game, now universities. So
Yep.
let's see how this goes. So Spike 1, and he's what, 24 health in it? So
Yeah,
yeah.
Spike's on 24 health. Inferno's 35.
Yeah, so go over a wee bit of what Inferno 2 is like. What's he doing?
So basically the backstory here is about the four DLC characters. I built the four DLC characters. I want to give each of them a try, and I just build Inferno. I go online and I have a look at one of the deck lists that got played in the TTS tournament that we had.
Yep.
It was actually Adam's Inferno. I had a quick look at, and there was so much unnecessary fluff. So I just stripped it down, and I
Right.
kept stripping it, and I kept stripping it, and now I've just got this aggressive beast. I don't think it's definitely not championship worthy or anything like that, man. It's just the easiest way to describe it would be red deck wins.
Right, okay, yeah. Aye, so a wee bit of MTG. Right, okay.
He just hits like a ton of bricks, and that's it. He he basically gets to give any of his attacks +5 or +6 damage. Um, or if you want to give less, you can give less. Um, yeah, hits like an absolute ton of
Yeah.
bricks. He's kind of like he's been described as Goro in a few group chats or Goro 2 dot.
Yeah.
But there's definitely differences in how
Aye.
the game's played.
He's very similar, but I definitely am in the camp that he's not the same
Yeah, man.
as a Goro player. Like I feel as if like he's very much I'll Goro for a turn and hopefully it is the turn.
Yeah,
Whereas I
yeah,
feel Goro is obviously like I'm going to do that every turn. Like um, obviously I'm being a five hander, wee bit less health, but not too much of an issue. It's like yeah, the extra card could be good and exact same symbols though if I'm right into it as well.
yeah.
Like
It's the exact same
so
the
like
three exact same
yeah,
symbols.
so it's one of those ones. It's quite an interesting one. Definitely if I can't save Goro, most definitely we're playing Inferno 2 for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Adam wins the dice off, obviously going to go first. So Spike 1, obviously again, a character we don't see too often. Obviously with enhanced flip a foundation, give it +2 or -2 speed. Then his other enhances if you get more face downs than your opponent. This attack is +1 or -1 damage. So
yep. Two really strong abilities. Obviously not game breaking, but they do a job. It's
yeah,
easy enough, man. Like
I feel
being
like
able to,
Spike 1's like the character that is like very built almost kind of thing. Like just does a strategy and just sticks to the game, like the game mechanics very well.
yeah.
So let's see. So
That's it. He
you
plays.
got a few stuff out. We got Shokin Prince. So
Yeah,
already,
man.
yeah, already you're going to be probably annoying them now. Because especially within the Scottish meta, I think because I play so many Shokin Princes, I think plenty of people. Yeah, so obviously playing out two Hunt for Spiders. I mean that's the most aggressive flipping I've seen of a Shokin Prince ever. I think he's hit it twice. No, I didn't. He did pick something else the second time.
Yeah. Just making sure I didn't have any
Just
sort
in
of
case
answer,
you
I
didn't have
guess.
some answer. Yeah, that's aggressive. Yeah, I think one thing people always see from gameplays in Scotland is the absolute contempt for that card. Where like I feel as if it is so picked on, pretty justly. I'll give it a bit of credit towards it, but like, it's
So that's me
mental.
just burning a soul of whatever it's called, enhance for the mill,
Yep.
and flipping a can't remember the other one. Oh man, mind blank. The Slinker spam that makes discarding momentum. Makes you discard
Oh,
momentum.
what wishing word?
Wishing Ward, that's the one.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
sit,
still on point even with just images.
six more cards in the yard, man. Just seeing what we can
So
get.
now he's playing more swimming birds as well, which he doesn't have to worry about too much. But yeah, he's got a fair amount of foundations to do some stuff.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. One card I did see you discarding was obviously, well, there it is there, a second time, which is his Foundation from Inferno 2, which is just for Chivalry and Honour reprinted, but better. Like,
Yep,
absolutely love that card.
the main reason it's in the deck, it just gives me an option for being able to stop big combo damage,
Yep.
especially when like, people telegraph the shotguns that are coming.
Yeah, see, that's just it. Yeah, so many shotguns and stuff seen play within the meta. It's like, it's such a good card. And as I say, it's so much because it's got so much better stats than for Chivalry. It's one of those ones where it's just like, it's an easy auto replace if you were ever playing that.
Yeah. So Adam took a quick look at my discard pile here, realised that this turn could be the go turn, and decided just to.
So here we go. So you are hitting in. Yep. So he ends turn, keeping cards in hand. Has 3 foundations ready up, and boom, what's he going to pick? That's the best thing ever. So that's obviously for people watching. That is the form that does that with Inferno, which is the kind of pseudo Goro turn basically that people talk about, where your opponent does get to pick, but he only gets to pick attacks, and if you're only stuck with 5 attacks in that bin, you're pretty much obviously determining what you're playing at.
Yeah.
So we know you've got like 3 missile launchers just going to come absolutely swinging soon. And at this point, you're going to just do the obviousness, discard 4 for the speed, because he's going to have to affect the speed, and probably go just in with the damage at this point.
So there we see one of Bayako's Foundation.
Yep.
Getting milled.
So what does that one do again?
Response when it enters your discard pile during the enhance phase, you get to give +2 damage.
Right, is that one? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's another copy, man. So it's just, they're not great foundations to build, but for this kind of aggressive deck, they're nice and simple for a random +2 damage.
Because I mean, that's you already at 15 damage. It's like, that's you already half in his life. He's obviously got a block decently enough for it, but committing out a wee bit, he has obviously 1 foundation. I'm pretty sure that gives a bit of damage. But no, he's electing not to. He's swapping them around, so probably going in for like easy on a 6, commit 1 for it. And at this point now, you're easily going to get that damage to 10, like if not more, obviously. Obviously, because you can do Inferno, you're probably going to see there's like 6 damage. That's what I do like about Inferno. That potential, but obviously it's like you could obviously attack.
Yeah. What I never noticed at first is Inferno's E doesn't need to select from the 3 that you mill.
Yeah, it's just your
discard
pile.
You just select one from discard pile. Makes a huge difference.
Aye, it means you can definitely build up some 6 checks that are in there and just have them ready for this turn. Aye, it's mental. Aye, look at that damage already. And then there comes the 4 speed from Missile Launcher itself. So that's 14 damage, putting them to 10 straight away. You know there's another one ready to go. And this possibly, you've still got, 3-4 foundations up?
4 foundations up and Inferno.
Even on the worst check, you're still passing.
The worst check is pretty bad here. I lose Inferno, which is some of my damage.
Yeah.
Just need to roll with it, man, see what goes.
Aye, that's just it. Aye, that was possibly the worst check for it.
It's not as though I've got much defence in play.
Yeah. You still obviously have the option towards discarding 4, because it can still do it for damage as well, which is decent.
Yeah. So discarding 4 will put me to 10 damage, then Spike will give -1.
Yep.
So I think at this point I'm evaluating how many copies of the Bioco Foundation I've seen. The Acco Foundation I've seen.
Yeah.
Because if I do hit one of those, this attack will threaten lethal.
Yeah, it still threatens for it. So here we go, it's just be interesting. To me personally, I would discard for the damage still. I would just be going in for it.
Yeah.
So here comes the top 4. So you don't see it, and so it's still going to be at 10. He'll hit it for the -1.
Yeah. Well, he actually
hits it for the speeds as well. So this will be interesting. So I'm going to assume he's got a low block ready to go. Right, he just needs to block it.
Yeah, even a partial here saves him.
Oh well, even a reborn human.
Yep. It's all good, man.
Yeah. So
So
obviously,
overall, he'll end up losing 4 from it.
yeah. So he takes 5 and gains 1. So it's now.
Just in one of those moments of hoping my opponent does not draw orange.
This is where you've got to see all orange, and it's a rough game. So I'm pretty sure that's a Forbidden Moonset in hand anyway.
Yeah, man.
Where I think he's got 2 momentum ready. That's pretty rough.
2 momentum with the moonset.
And then there's a swimming bird as well. Oofed. So at this point you've just got stuff in hand really that maybe has interactions other than...
Cheerios has a high block and my throw has a low block, but I think both the block modifiers mean nothing's passable at the moment.
Yeah. See, you're down to 6. Alright, going in for the curse splat. So probably just try to bait out at least 1 into the card pool maybe. And then obviously he's going to try and pop you with the...
So the bait works here, man.
Yeah.
I block with a splat and he shows the...
Yep. Aye, you can't feel that. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yep.
Pretty rough.
But, well, man. It happens. It's game 1 of the set. It was literally luck, man. If I hadn't checked the 3,
yeah,
I'm not taking out anything. Not taking anything away from Adam.
Yeah,
for them to agree
just,
my kill
you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
In any game.
I'm playing a reduced number of attacks just so that I've got that. I can kind of mitigate the luck a bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm assuming you're down. You're maybe running 14 attacks maybe max.
I'm playing 10.
10. I was thinking there was
10
a lot.
attacks, man.
I wasn't sure how many dank Cheerios were in there.
So there's 1 Cheerios in mainboard
Right.
and 1 Cheerios in mainboard, 1 Purgatory in mainboard.
Oh yeah. I've seen that as well.
4 Missile Launcher and 4 Vicious Madness.
Right. Aye. That's mental.
With
So
the plan just being if I come up against something defensive, I can swap out some Vicious Madness or Missile Launchers for more Cheerios or Purgatories.
Makes sense. That makes sense. And obviously you're just looking for that obvious once you hit 5 ready to go. Right, so here comes the most hated card in the game.
So happy I didn't hit a 2 on my first build here.
That's the only thing I know. It's the 2 checks. That's the scary part. So you get 2 energy absorptions that will instantly annoy anybody as well now. That card also, and almost every character that can trigger both effects is amazing.
Well, that's it, man. Like between the soul and the 2 energy absorptions, I can mill 9 cards on an attack that gets played.
Yeah.
It's just really helped me find my go turn.
It's like you're finding your go turn so fast now. Right, let's see what so he gets his obviously Adam gets to build that spiritual ring, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Which is obviously just that doubles the damage of a ranged, and is pretty much the obvious shotgun card, or not shotgun, vengeance card.
Yeah, it works on shotgun, works on pretty much most of these big attacks other than his moonset.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised to learn after this game that he's not playing noobs.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, because at this point he would own them as well, I would believe, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that myself. Yeah, I would be running noobs. At least 2. Probably 4. I'd probably put all 4 in. Saying that though, it might just not run towards the plan. Because I think noob in some decks as well, it kind of falls into the kind of win more scenario.
Yeah, definitely in the TTS league, just part of it, I tested with a spike deck that plays noobs. Seemed pretty consistent. It definitely threw me that he hadn't put them in.
It hasn't actually put them in.
But, well, man, like, he'll know better than us why.
On saying that though, I'm assuming he didn't buy 4 of them. That might be why.
That's a good point. He's probably not picked up 4.
Yeah. That might be the kind of one. Do you just run 2, or is that just that maybe messes with the consistency of actually like seeing it? So now you're looking at the spiritual ring.
It's, I think at this point I've realised it has more text than just
Yeah.
remove double the damage. So I had to find out what's happening.
Yeah, and obviously if he gets that vengeance out, it's going to be 24 unblockable.
Yeah.
It's,
You can quickly see the UFS chat logo on my phone. I don't know if somebody's talking about something.
something's happening. It's all kicking off.
This is probably Scott asking for tournament stands. Oh no, yeah. Scott wasn't at this one.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't think
Scott
Scott
asking
was
for
at this.
tournament.
No, Scott was at the next one, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So, on saying that though, you still have that Shokin Prince obviously kicking about. That messes with so many turns. Obviously making that vengeance a 7 passing wise. It's like that's rough. Like if he checks a 3, you better hope that's the kind of thing he'd have to hope to hell that would be the kill.
The more we talk about vengeance, I don't know if I actually seen it in the games against him.
Yeah, well I'm pretty sure he's got it in hand at least now from looking. Whether or not he gets to play it though. But then again, as I say, saying to yourself like here that saying to yourself like I'm going to play this attack because that Shokin's there, it's on a 7 now. I mean if you check that 3, I mean you're completely tapping out basically for it bar like 1. Yeah, he's got 4 out, so yeah, he's like committing out for it just to do that 24 unblockable. And then you have to hope to hell that the next one with the extra difficulty added on.
If you make vengeance unblockable, it stops the enhances, so you won't be able to use the
yeah, it does,
ring.
doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
You can need to catch your opponent with the trousers down, man, to be able to get that to go off.
Good shout. I just kept thinking it was a spiky. No, it's a spike firsty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a spike firsty.
So yeah, even then.
I think I'm waiting on.
So here we go.
I must be waiting on Adam making enhances or something. I'm sitting playing with cards in my hand, or the one card in my hand.
So here comes one of the many 1,000,003 options.
Yeah. Oh, so, this was actually an interesting choice that was made by Adam. He flipped one of my energy absorptions opposed to flipping the Shokin Prince.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering. Saying that though, maybe seeing how much mill you've got on the table, maybe has to try and slow you down potentially. I guess.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, look at that. I mean, like at this point now, you're discarding your deck at about the same height. Like, so it's almost like it's like quite riskily going towards your kill turn. And then I think some people obviously have that kind of mindset as well with especially with Inferno having it being a once per game form. I think it's quite a scary idea when somebody goes, all right, that's them hit 5. Like, maybe
it's the mentality of.
Do you panic at that stage of things, or do you play it out?
So we see the first form go.
Yeah, see how it goes.
I've had it says to me the whole, if I could just survive your go turn, then that's it, right? And I'm like, there's still I can always luck sack, can always just draw some attacks.
Yep. There's still more attacks in the deck. So, I think you've got like 2 missile launchers.
2 missile launchers, 3 vicious madness.
Vicious madnesses, which is mental. So at this point, I mean, yeah, you probably just, let's see what happens. I would start with a missile launcher, personally, and start off with a stun.
I think I might go throws.
Might just go the 3 throws out. I think, yeah.
I think it's coming over from game 1 where at the end of the day the speed hit from Spike really mattered.
Right, yeah, fair. So just get that damage in.
Yeah, so screw it, like, these are... I'm just coming in.
Yeah. Especially with Inferno's ability, given that +6 damage and stuff like that as well, is mental on Vicious Madness. So obviously right now you're doing like energy absorption.
That was energy absorption, then soul.
And the soul sword. And then
there
comes
the
the
6 on
6.
Inferno.
So it's already like
4,
17 damage, already lethal.
4 mid for 15. It starts at 8.
It starts at 8.
Oh no, yeah, you're right, 17.
Yeah, already.
I'm tripping here, man.
No, for a second I was like, is it 6? I was like, that's missile launcher, innit?
No, it's missile launcher starts
so
at 6.
already lethal. goes down to half. Now he's going to be able to mitigate if he can survive the hit, that is. And yeah, first thing you get rid of is that Shokin Prince as we're going full kill turn. So this will be interesting because you can pretty much do the exact same thing again.
Yep. So this is where he uses the other
it's
ability of the
spiritual
second
ring,
glass.
And then here
Here
comes the
comes the
one
revoke. But I still get +2 anyway because I checked the vehicle card.
Oh, brutal. And that'll only have been for 2 damage anyway, I would have guessed. I would
That
assume
one
I
I think was
would be
for 1 damage with the
Inferno,
Soul.
I'd hope, yeah.
It must have been Inferno. I must have
It
forgot
had to
to
have been,
remove
because
something here for cost.
anyway you would do it for 2 damage when the potential 6 is coming up.
Yeah. So that'd been a small misplay there, man. Because I've not exiled for cost.
Oh yeah, aye, that's why. Aye. So let's see. So obviously it takes the half, goes down to 4, gains the 1 from Reborn at 5, and then that is.
Don't even need to tap, and we're going to game 3.
Because even then you still had 2 missile launchers that just were not getting blocked. That's brutal. Yeah, I think that's one of the sort of. It'll be really interesting to gauge what other people think about Inferno actually. With like how scared are you of him? Do you expect him to show up at every tournament? Is he one of those kind of characters?
So we see Adam actually sideboarding here.
Here comes the
I
second.
forgot to ask him what he changed.
I never even seen that as well.
I think that's a bang coming in.
Yeah. Aye, there they are. Probably taking out a revoke.
A pair of bangs coming in.
Yeah. So like, obviously bang isn't going to stop the form, but it's going to stop the extra damage, so.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. So obviously we're going into game 3.
Game 3, a little bit of unfavourable situations for me here. Adam's on the play. We already know that Adam can kill me. So
yeah.
Obviously, even in any game, you'd rather just get the 2-0 victory, so you don't have that.
That's it. Yeah, get all the pressure out the way. Let's see.
I think this might be us talking about the changes that I made between Adam's version to what I'm playing.
Ah, yeah. So because as I say, I've actually not built Inferno yet.
So I believe this is a 59 card deck with Inferno being the 60th card.
Right. Okay.
It's just lean. A lot of my foundations mill me, at least the reusable mill. I've got very limited defensive options on main board. I think my biggest defense is Shokin.
Yeah.
Shokin Prince.
But even then, it's a very defensible piece. Like it's.
Yeah. I think the biggest defense is probably the 35 health.
Aye, been able to take a hit. Yeah, definitely. So Adam is electing to go first. Has a wee bit of a kind of looks a bit of a mishmash kind of hand there.
Yeah, man. I think there's not enough grey.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 grey, 2 green.
I think it might be 3 grey.
That might be. Is it? Oh.
It could also just be the glare hitting us.
Aye, that's the other thing. It's nice being able to speculate again, noticing what potentially is in their hand.
Oh yeah, man. Can't do that with TTS.
Aye, TTS is a wee bit different. Got to wait. So, well, there we go. There's a swordfish. That was in talks recently in the chat. Not enough play. So now he had 3 and a green. So yeah, he did gets a good couple of things out. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, look, swordfish is a weird one. Yeah, I feel as if it's an amazing card. It just doesn't see play. I think not a lot of people have played those symbols though. In recent times, at least up in our meta.
Well, me just triggering for the sake of it, because why not? There's another 3 cards in the bin.
That's you counting down to the fatal 5. Brutal. So you've already got like energy absorbing kicking about. Like and then Sanctity Beast kicking about, which you can trigger everything.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy going. So there's one of the champ cards, or the assets. And what's it?
Yeah, so that's Black Bear's Dino.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Bear Dino. It's quite annoying little card, man. Like,
Yeah,
remove one of your foundations until then
definitely
bring
going
the
to pick
attack.
up a few.
So, bring back one, I'll remove one of your own.
Yeah, it's like remove any, I think. It's remove any. Bring it back after the attack resolves.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, did we ever find out the ruling if you pick a face down, does it come back face up?
It comes back face up.
Yeah. Just double checking. Since this is the first game I've seen it actually being played, so I've not had to actually rules question that one properly. So aye, that's cool. So that in itself helps with some stuff that obviously flips to do a decent effect, and then you can kind of pseudo get it back and keep going for future attacks. So I like that card. Definitely have to pick up a few of them.
Well, I hear Deadlock Games now has them available for redemption.
Aye, there we go. Because I think I'm at about 1,000 bloody packs at this point. I'm due a few redemptions, plus a handful of Tiger Screams. So there goes the Swordfish 2, getting rid of the missile launcher.
Adam's not playing about, man. He just kicks the missile launcher. He's like not dealing with this.
And even then, it's probably one of the half decent places for it to go straight away is just the momentum. Because it kind of forces you out to play different stuff. Obviously, you can play your Dank Cheerios that will use momentum, but filling the pool is also kind of, depending on how well you play it out, can be a bit of a negative, putting extra cards in, especially if they end up getting blocked and stuff. So, here comes the Revoke. So, he is just playing the form on the Revoke.
Yep.
For 2.
I think he's making the right choices here. He's playing a bit more of a defensive game.
Yeah, creating that wall early.
Yeah. Double Malfestation makes it hard for me to come in for the stun game.
Yep.
Rhythmic, it makes it hard for the throw game. It's just going to cause issues, man.
All the right
pieces. It's probably the best thing you can do against me.
So here comes Dark Requistator, the card, what's it, Purgatory or something like that?
Yeah, man, Purgatory.
Aye.
So I lose 3 to say he needs to commit Spike.
Yeah, that's rough. So what's the full thing on that again? He can...
he can. I lose 3 life. He needs to commit his character unless he pays 6.
Aye, that's what it is. Aye, pays 6. I knew it was something.
Realistically, man, that's a third of Spike's health. You don't really want to pay 6.
And that's before it even hits. Like.
So we've seen Adam use Rhythmic Fighting Style here.
Yeah. So that's him preparing to get that out the road. So if he does block it, it will get removed. Obviously, if completely blocked, I should say.
Yeah, it needs to be completely blocked. I think I give it some speed just to try and make his day harder on the block. And we see him Black Bear's the Rhythmic.
Yeah, that's what I like about Black Bear straight away.
And I have to check, see if it comes back at a turn, or if it comes back right now.
Yeah, so that is literally the perfect example of kind of why I like that card. Having those kind of committable pieces that you can get a wee bit extra run out of them.
And then that's Adam questioning the fact I read a card that only has one ability, and me having to explain to him that when it comes back really matters.
When does it trigger? So going in for the block using a Vengeance.
Yeah, so definitely has Vengeances.
Yep. So obviously that is one of the first things getting removed.
Feeling the pressure here, man.
Yeah.
Down to 9 attacks in my deck.
Aye, that's just it as well, because you'll be sitting there going, right, that's 9 cards, and technically 8, because you're kind of floating with one in the...
the one momentum. Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's quite rough. That's proper numbers. As a Goro player, I appreciate those low numbers. So here we go with the other missile launcher. Now here's the real question: at what point do you just throw that stun 2 out and just get rid of those?
I think if I was ahead in the foundation game.
Yeah, just aggressively. Saying that, I guess you don't even need to do it because you get the speed off of it, really, isn't it?
Yep,
Because
he was going to
yeah,
revoke.
because then he has to revoke it. Yeah. Now the curious thing I'm
Rhythmic
thinking
in the
about
second thing.
is Blackbird Diner a commit effect or is it a once per turn or
It's once per turn.
once per turn? That's fine. Just
Yeah.
shows you how much I've read it.
Once per
So
turn, man.
there goes Inferno to get the extra 5 damage. So here we go. Interesting stuff. Because now I'm wondering if there was 6 checks in at that point in the bin, or if at this game you were just taking them off of the discard.
So there was 6 checks in the bin at this point.
Was there? Right.
I EX2 here just to get some extra speed.
Yep. Yeah, you might as well, because this is going to start forcing the scenario.
Unfortunate for me, Adam seems to be holding all the +1,
all
the +1 blocks.
Saying that, did he miss to ready up that? No, it got removed. That's fine. I was going to say, did he do the rhythmic? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man.
I was
He
just
tried to do
making
rhythmic.
sure. Yeah, I might have
So,
missed that.
look,
Aye.
can't use rhythmic again. Screw it. I'm just going to come in and hit you.
Yeah, at this point now it's locked in, where it's now just damage time potentially. But
Yeah.
so this will be interesting. So, because here comes like all the damage now. Because at this point he's going to have to start worrying. So an extra 5 damage, bro.
I was quite fortunate in this turn, I think. Yeah, I had 3 attacks in hand.
I was going to say, yeah, like having a fair number of attacks ready to go.
So you may have noticed it there. I've looked at my discard pile and I've realised that the Cheerios is at the bottom of my deck. The bottom of my discard pile.
Yep.
This is a massive moment of relief. Like, my entire attitude in the game changed. I genuinely thought I had no out to Black Bears and Rhythmic in the main board, other than Homemade Explosive. But seeing the Cheerios in the bin, I'm like, okay, Cheerios comes out, Rhythmic can't make my cards leave anymore.
Yep.
We're just gonna...
You can just play it out now.
Yeah.
So he goes down to 11. He definitely takes a right crack of a hit there.
I don't think he had a mid block, so he was actually unable to block it.
Yeah, because obviously you lost the 2 life, so you couldn't partial it. Brutal. That's a right rough hit to take from 24 to 11. You're still at 30. See, that's the thing. You're still at 30. You're still at a decent number to take a hit.
It must be a hard position to be in for Adam, right? Because his health has got low. He knows that first form is coming next turn.
Yep.
Like, it's pretty much guaranteed to come next turn. What do? You've just drew your hand a 7. Do you come in? Do you go for the kill?
That's it. It's like, can you do it? At this point, I feel as if literally, he's going in for a bit of shotgun for damage.
I wonder if the shotgun was the only attack he drew.
I have a feeling it was. I didn't think I seen anything else.
And we see the shotgun fail.
Yeah, the shotgun fail. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, that's...
I'll wait and see if he's got any responses, because it does have that ominous prophecy sitting there.
Yeah, he does, yep. So obviously that allows you to take away keywords.
I can't remember what he names.
See, that's a tough one for this one, because do you say throw, or do you say stun?
I think he may have said stun.
Yeah, because that would be the 2 I'm thinking of straight off the bat. Yeah, like that. So yeah, you're going to...
Same again, man. 5 attacks and bin. He's not even bothered playing it. He's like...
Not much you can do against that, because you're going to start with the Dank Cheerios.
Yeah, the Cheerios will just come
first. And that turns off one of his defensive pieces. And even then, from there, you just throw him out. That's brutal. So that was 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1, man, to Inferno.
2-1 for Inferno.
Close games, man.
That was super close, though. That was rough. I think he could have had a better hand if he had seen a wee bit more orange in that last hand there. He might have been able to do something with it, but yeah, that's rough.
More orange in his last hand. I think he benefited as well that I didn't really see the Rhythmic Black Bear thing until game 3.
Yeah.
So I never sideboarded out for it. I should have been paying more attention to his discard pile.
And seeing what was actually kicking about.
Yeah.
Spike 1, I think as well. I think he was playing this around at the time of the first retro event was kicking off. So I think Spike 1 obviously was played in that a wee bit. So I think people were seeing stuff happening It kind of gets you that idea of playing some of these characters that are still in standard at least.
Yeah. I should have spent a bit more time, man, paying attention to retro event, know what to expect.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because I think a lot of characters had kind of piqued the interest of people who are like, oh wait, this still works in retro. This is really good. Let's see what it's like in standard, doing sort of the similar things. So it's definitely piqued the interest of people again. So
Oh yeah.
that was another game, and that was obviously 2-1 Inferno. So we will catch you guys in the next video. I'll let you sign off, Murray.
Aye, thanks for tuning in, guys. Drop me a deck list because I'm always looking for new things to play. If you drop me a deck list, I'll play it on camera for you.
There we go. Sorted. No worries. Catch you later on, guys. See you in the next video.
See you later, guys.